Okay, for recipe number 2, this is my heavy cream. The one that I made the other day, just slightly edited with some extra ingredients to kind of cut back on how much heavy cream powder you need. I have 3 eggs in here. I've already started whipping them up. I want to get a slightly stiff peak. They're not going to peak like a meringue or anything because these are whole eggs, not just the whites. But I'm going to come back and show you what they look like after because this is going to be loud. This is what it looks like. It's kind of glossy, but it's not super stiff peaks because that's not going to happen. Let me see. I can move you a little closer. Then it said the next step was to add the 4th cup of water, which I've already measured all these out. It was 60 grams if you're doing it that way. I can't find my liquid measuring cups, but it's fine. And 1/4 cup or 60 grams of heavy cream, which I just had in the fridge. It's kind of room temperature now, so I let this kind of whip together. And then it said do it for another 15 to 20 seconds. Okay, now it's more frothy. Obviously this is different from last time because last time I didn't add any more liquid to the eggs. It was literally 3 ingredients. This is like 5 ingredients. It said add a tablespoon of baking powder, not baking soda, baking powder. I'm going to kind of sprinkle it in a little bit. And this is where you want to start folding. You don't want to use your stand mixer anymore. I'm actually going to move my mixer. And I also weighed out 96 grams or 1 cup of heavy cream powder. And I'm going to start to slowly sprinkle this in a couple of tablespoons at a time. I'm going to fold it. A stand mixer would be great for this, but it did say not to do it that way. To kind of mix it by hand. I don't know, guys. Right now, I'm nearing the end of my powder here. So I don't really know. I might have to ask what to do to kind of thicken it some. And obviously that's probably because I added liquid to it this time and not just the powder. I'm definitely not wanting to waste it, but well, I haven't completely mixed it yet, so I'm going to give it a few seconds. I think I might get out my whisk just because it's going to incorporate it just a little bit better than this spatula is doing. Okay, I asked chat and it gave me a couple of options. It said I can add more heavy cream powder, which would defeat the entire purpose of this recipe. It was to save on heavy cream powder, which I'm not throwing this away. So absolutely, if I had to add heavy cream powder, I would. But it's like a pancake batter. It's a little bit thinner than even a cake batter. So I'm not adding more heavy cream powder. That defeats the purpose. It said I could add protein powder. I have this protein powder. It's fed whey with nothing to hide. I don't know, naked whey. It's unflavored, but again, I'm trying to cut back on adding extra ingredients. And to be fair, if you were to make this and you followed this recipe, and then I told you at the end you need protein powder to thicken it, that's just another expense people have to buy. I already have the protein powder. I could do that, but I'm not. It said I could still save it and put it in a loaf pan and make it into like an actual bread instead of buns. I'm perfectly fine with that. I don't care. Hopefully it'll still taste the same. I don't know if it's going to taste exactly the same because it has a liquid in it, and the other one only had the heavy cream powder, the egg, and the baking powder. So I don't really know if it's going to taste the same or if the texture is going to be the same, but I'm not wasting it. So I have the oven at 350 degrees, and I'm going to turn this into a loaf of bread. So obviously now that I know that, would I just stick with the original 3 ingredient recipe? I don't know. I guess I'm going to have to wait to see how this turns out and if it tastes the same or if the texture is the same. I personally don't care if it's shaped like a bun or it's shaped like a loaf of bread. I don't really care. And if I can use less product, that would be great. But also, this is a little bit more, not in depth, I guess. It's just 2 extra ingredients, but the other was a lot easier. Said to slowly pour it in. The other ones that I made rose, but also they didn't have any liquid in them other than the egg. And the egg firmed up and it was more like a stickier dough. I don't know. I can't really tip it because it's really loose in there. And it also said I needed to bake it for like 30 to 40 minutes versus like 16. I don't know. The oven's on 350. I'm going to set a timer. I'm going to start it at 34 minutes. I don't think 34 minutes is going to be enough, but I'm a little bummed. But also, if it tastes fine, that's fine. It was just extra steps and extra questioning of whether or not it even looked right. So, I don't know. Worth using less heavy cream powder? Maybe. I don't know. That stuff's expensive. I'm not going to lie. I will say that they're worth it, and if you're going to spend money on something, if you're eating this way and you don't want very many carbs, it's worth it. But also, it's a chunk of money that almost seems unjustifiable. But even at a cup, it's still a lot of product for the price. So is it worth it? I don't really know. We'll find out together in probably 40 some minutes. I don't really know. It's kind of a bum. I'm kind of bummed. All right, we'll come back to it. Okay. This is my heavy cream powder / liquid bread. It deflated. I kind of thought that was, I didn't think, actually it really didn't deflate. This was kind of like the size of it when I put it in because it was very liquidy. Not at all like the other ones that I made earlier in the week on Monday or Tuesday. It cuts nicely. I mean, you have to be a little bit careful with it. It is still a little warm, so that's my fault. I shouldn't be cutting it when it's this warm. It's not hot, but it's a little warm. It does kind of cut like bread. It's got that airy texture like the bread. And it looks almost identical inside to the bun, just a different shape. Yeah, it's clearly not a piece of bread. You can see the steam coming out of it. It's not super hot to touch, but it is hot inside. Yeah, I don't know that you can make a sandwich with it. You could probably put it on the side of some dippy eggs and just dip your egg with it. It's really flexible. It looks the same as the other. It's just not the same shape, obviously. I think it tastes the same. I do. I do think I should have let it cook just like another minute or two. I mean, it's not like raw inside or anything, but I think that it might have firmed up just a tiny bit more had I cooked it longer. That's fine. I turned the oven off already. I don't care. I'm going to put some of my homemade cream cheese on this corner here. It's good with the cream cheese. Try a little corner of butter. I've done so many dishes today. I don't usually make this many recipes in one day. I'm just going to take the corner. Well, it didn't really pull apart well. Excellent with butter. Dare I say the word delicious? If you watched this video, the original where I turned them into buns, I use that word a lot, so I apologize, but I don't really know how to describe it. They're really, really, really good. I think it tastes, now granted, it's been like 4 days since I made the others, so I don't have any to like do an absolute side-by-side comparison. I'm just doing it off of a couple of days ago memory. It tastes the same to me. I put it in for 34 minutes. I probably would have put it in for at least 36 to 40. 40 might have been pushing it. 36 to 38 maybe. It absolutely is delicious. I think if you want to get it to be thicker, I do think it's going to deflate a little bit, but I think if you want it to be thicker than this, because you can't really make a sandwich out of it. I can use it on the side and wrap a piece of salami around it. I mean, I can still have it sandwich-y, but it's not going to make an actual sandwich like a piece of bread. But if you wanted it to be thicker, you might need to double it. And if you're going to eat it, that's fine. And it, chat said that it freezes beautifully, and all you have to do is take it out of the fridge or out of the freezer, stick it in the fridge for the night, and tomorrow it will be just the way it was when you put it in. These ones don't freeze the exact same way. Chat said that you have to, they said they freeze beautifully, but you have to unthaw them differently. So today was a very busy morning. I made 2 types of buns / bread. And I showed you how I infused my homemade cream cheese. I would say it's successful. Everything I made today was good. On a scale of 1 to 10, this. Would other people agree? Probably not. I think it's a 10. I think it's an 11. I think that it doesn't taste exactly like bread. It has that airy, soft, moist texture like bread. It tastes incredibly delicious. I'm going to say it. And if you don't eat bread, this is an amazing substitute. And even though the heavy cream powder is expensive, like I said a million times, I don't know. I think it's probably still logically worth it, because this is the closest to bread I'm going to get for not eating bread. And these are like a 5, 5.5. They're not my absolute drop dead favorite. They're not my absolute favorite. They're delicious. They're good. They do taste more like an egg life wrap. So take it how you want. Less carbs in the egg white protein ones. This, I believe it was like 7 carbs for a roll when you made them into rolls, and I made 4. But I did use half a cup less of heavy cream powder, which was a savings, and I think they taste just as good, honestly. It's just a different shape. If you had added more heavy cream powder, you could have made them into rolls, because it would have thickened up the dough, but that would defeat the purpose of using the half and half, or the heavy cream / water mixture with it. It's just not feasibly worth it. And it tastes the same. It's just a different format. Took a little longer to cook in the oven. Still delicious, and I'm happy that I did it, honestly. I know last time when I made the rolls, I said I had my doubts. I didn't think it was going to turn out well, and I was incredibly surprised. When this was very liquidy, I did start thinking that I made the wrong decision, because I wasted a cup of the heavy cream powder and it wasn't going to turn out. But just changing the method of how you make it, it saved it. It's fine. It tastes the same in my opinion, and it's delicious. I need to go check out a thesaurus instead of using this word. It's delightful. It's very delightful. I don't know. It's good. It has this tiny little sponginess to it, but not much. And I think the other one, it's just moist. The moist maker, like Ross Geller would say, it's the moist maker. But it's good. And I can't really make a sandwich out of it, but I could put it on a plate with some salami and some ham and some cheese and some mustard, and I could just use a fork and eat my meat and a little chunk of bread-like stuff. I don't know. It's worth it. It's good. You should make all these things. It'll be 3 separate videos, and I think next week when I get more milk, I'm going to show you how to make yogurt. Again, I planned to do it this past week when I made yogurt, which was it yesterday or the day before? I think it was the day before. Wednesday, I think I made yogurt. But I poured all the milk in and I did all the steps, and then I realized before I incubated it, which is an 8-hour process, but I did all the other steps and I thought I didn't film any of it. So next week. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. I don't know, I'm a little bit annoying, but aren't we all? This is real life. This is who I am. You either like it or you don't, I guess. I don't know. But thank you for watching, and hopefully you make something. Thanks.